The true story of the Titanic. The RMS Titanic embarked on its highly anticipated maiden voyage on April 10, 1912, traveling from Southampton to New York City. The ship was designed with advanced safety features for its time and was famously declared unsinkable. However, this confidence proved tragically misplaced. On the night of April 14, 1912, the Titanic struck a massive iceberg in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Despite efforts to steer clear, the collision was unavoidable. The iceberg tore through the ship's hull, causing catastrophic damage. The crew's desperate attempts to minimize the impact were in vain, and the Titanic's fate was sealed. In the early hours of April 15, 1912, at approximately 2:20 a.m., the Titanic sank beneath the icy waters, bringing its maiden voyage to a tragic end. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of the disaster was the shortage of lifeboats. The ship carried over 2,200 passengers and crew, but lifeboats could accommodate less than half that number. As a result, nearly 1,500 people perished in the freezing waters of the Atlantic. The Titanic disaster led to significant changes in maritime safety regulations. One of the most notable outcomes was the establishment of the International Ice Patrol, a service still in operation today. Factors such as the ship's speed, inadequate lifeboat capacity, and the absence of binoculars in the crow's nest are often cited as contributing to the disaster. The Titanic's tragic end remains a sobering reminder of the flaws in the ship's design and the overconfidence in its unsinkability. For the 1,500 souls lost that night, none could have imagined that the ship's first voyage would be its last. About the movie Titanic, the world's awareness of the Titanic's fate was brought to the forefront by the 1997 film Titanic, directed by James Cameron. This film not only recounted the ship's tragic story, but also introduced a fictional love story between two characters, Jack and Rose, which captivated audiences worldwide. It's safe to say that many people know of the Titanic today because of this iconic movie. James Cameron, known for his groundbreaking cinematic achievements, directed, wrote, produced, and co-edited the film. By blending historical facts with the fictional romance between Jack Dawson, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and Rose DeWitt Bucata, played by Kate Winslet, Cameron created a film that resonated emotionally with viewers. The cast also featured notable actors like Billy Zane, Kathy Bates, Frances Fisher, Bernard Hill, and Gloria Stewart. Released in the United States on December 19, 1997, the film had a production budget of $200 million and a runtime of 195 minutes. Titanic went on to become a monumental success, earning over $2.2 billion worldwide and shattering box office records. It was the first movie to gross more than $1 billion and held the title of the highest-grossing film in history until Cameron's 2010 film Avatar overtook it. The film was nominated for 14 Academy Awards and won 11, including Best Director for James Cameron. In 2017, Titanic was added to the United States National Film Registry, recognized for its cultural, aesthetic, and historical significance. It remains one of the most beloved and celebrated films of all time. About the filming of Titanic began in July 1996, with the production wrapping in March 1997. One of the film's most unique aspects is James Cameron's commitment to authenticity. Cameron personally took a deep-sea expedition to the Titanic wreck site to observe the remains and incorporate that realism into the film. Understanding that the human loss connected to the ship needed emotional depth, Cameron crafted the love story of Jack and Rose to symbolize the tragedy of those lost in the disaster. Filming the sinking ship scenes required elaborate models and practical effects, with the ship, academic Mstislav Keldysh, serving as the setting for many underwater scenes. Titanic was a co-production between Paramount Pictures and 20th Century Fox. Paramount handled the film's release in the United States and Canada, while 20th Century Fox distributed it internationally. The film's success wasn't just financial, it also redefined epic filmmaking, blending historical events with a compelling fictional narrative. The Titanic's tragic story, both in history and on film, continues to captivate and inspire. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Titanic's legacy, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more fascinating stories and insights. Stay tuned for even more valuable content coming your way.